Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In front of you here is my latest crawler and it is an FTX Centaur. I've been eyeing up one of these for the last few months from the time of this recording, and this is the reason why I decided to sell that orange 2x4 that I showed in my last video to help fund this. And I'm very pleased that I finally actually got one. This has been out roughly for a year to 18 months from the time of this recording, thereabouts. And as I say, from the YouTube videos I've been watching, I'm very pleased of how this actually performs. Now, I was originally going to buy this new, but this one actually came up on eBay for over £100 less. So I thought, it looks very good condition. It's had very light use. And it has got a couple of scratches dotted around, but again, it's very light use. And a couple of downsides about this is that the main thing is that the winch on the description said it was broken. So I had a quick look at it after receiving it through the post, and the servo itself still works. It is the cabling that is connected to that's actually snapped. That could be for a number of reasons, and that could be down to the weak cabling. It could be the last owner was straining it too much and it just snapped. But regardless, I have ordered a new one. I'm just waiting for that to turn up before I actually fit it. The other thing which wasn't mentioned in the description, and I didn't notice until I got it, is the controller. This is a rebranded WRC, and don't get me wrong, this is a really nice controller, but it's not the standard controller that comes with this. It's a complete different one, but this one is still a 6-channel controller, which does everything, because this has a 2-speed gearbox, it's got a dig function, and also a winch as well, which I just mentioned. It does still do all that, but I was slightly disappointed that it wasn't the standard controller, but yet happy because it gives me a reason to change it over to my GT5 controller that I've got. Only drawback is I do have to rewire the lights for them to work on my GT5 controller. Purely because of the way this wire connects for the lights. This connects to the power bank underneath the body, and that connects into the receiver box, which unfortunately is not going to work on my GT5 controller. But it does come with that user manual, a USB charger, and a 2000 mAh NIMH battery, which I will be using just to test on my homemade crawler track to see how it performs. I will be changing it to a LiPo battery, but at the moment this has got a Dean's plug on it, and all my batteries have got a XC60 plug, and I haven't got a conversion plug at the moment. So for now, I was going to run it with that battery to see how well that performs, and then I will cut off the Dean's plug and re-solder on an XC60 plug, purely because I've got some sitting there from the last time I converted some. What it was, I do love the look of this metallic blue colour. It comes with two, one in blue and one in red. I chose this one in blue. Well, I always got to choose it in blue regardless, but this one come on eBay, and it was in blue, and I absolutely love it. As I say, it has got a few light scratches, but I'm not worried about that one. Now, bodywork wise, I've slightly undone it already, because I like the way this actually connects to it. It's got a little twisty thing at the back, and then here, it just hooks underneath a little piece of the plastic here in the bumper, and it slides underneath that. And that holds it down, and it's a very nice touch, I think. As I mentioned, it's got a working winch, and so the servo still works. I just need to sort out the cabling for it. Underneath there as well is a servo on axle for this. Oh, not that you can see it, sorry. Not that you can really see that well, but the servo has been upgraded to a 40kg servo. And as I said, it is a servo on axle, which is really good because there's no panel bar to worry about or anything like that. Further back, you've got the 35 turn brushed motor on it, and that is connected to a 2-speed gearbox. And so it all does work. I've tested it before I started this video. And just behind that is a working dig. With that, I've never actually owned a dig before, so this is the first one I've actually owned with a dig. I have seen digs before on other people's crawlers, and it does work really well. So on my course, I will test it out to see how well that actually performs on this and on my course as well. Here is that battery, sits at the back. That's connected to a Hobby Ring 1060 ESC, which is good because that can actually run a 3S LiPo battery, which is what I normally run in all my crawlers. It's a 3S LiPo battery. And as I mentioned, it is running a Dean's plug, which I will be changing to an XC60, as I mentioned already. It's got the braces front and rear for the suspension, which looks like they can have fans fitted. Not 100% certain, but looking at these, it does look like they can have fans mounted to them. Going underneath, it's got the 4-link suspension setup with metal centre drive shafts. So next is the latest crawler. I'm going to put it on pause and I'll take you over to my homemade crawler track to see how well this performs as I got it. I will be changing a few bits in the future, but I just wanted to test it as it is, as I got it before I've done it in the internet. So see you in a second. Right, let's see how well this actually performs, and typically it started raining. Which means the only drawback is that this part here, it becomes very slippery. Always does when it rains. Yep, I might have to give you a helping hand. Doesn't look promising, does it, with these tyres in a wet? Nope. Yeah, it's not very grippy, these tyres, are they? and across the finish line. Right, that was a very good crawl. A couple of points you may have noticed already is that the tyres are not very grippy on the wooded section when it's wet. So, like most of my other crawlers, that will be the first thing I will change is the wheels and tyres to better gripping ones. The second one I will be changing, as I mentioned, will be this controller. Simply because it's not the standard one, as I mentioned, and I don't know whether you noticed, but when I was using a dig, I can't adjust the endpoints on this. So the rear drive shaft wasn't engaging properly after I've used it. Again, I don't know if you noticed that, but yes, and that's because with this controller I can't set the endpoints. So again, with the GT5 I can do that, so that'll be an upgrade I will be doing. So that is good performance, and I'll also be changing that plug from the Deans to an XT60. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, and hopefully, no not hopefully, there will be a few changes to this on my next video on it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.